Now, y'all, I know that I was not gonna be able to do my lives this week, but because Raw came on a little bit early, I can still give y'all the Raw after show recap and let y'all know what John Cena said and how I felt about it. I don't give a damn. Okay, I don't. I don't give a damn about what he's talking about. Mm-mm. You wait 25 years to come out and tell everybody to kiss your ass. You should have said that 10 years ago when your ass was still wrestling full time. You waited until you was getting ready to leave to do some dastardly shit, which don't get me wrong, I don't have no problem with you going full heel. What I have a problem with is the monologue you cut. Now, you basically said, we're breaking up. We're getting a divorce. I'm done. I was like, child, let me tell you something. The way this ass swing, there's no way that that's possible. Number one. Number two, we have to be in a relationship in order for you to break up with me. We were never together. You was a situationship. You was here today and gone tomorrow. It is okay by me, babes. I have no problems with you riding off into the sunset with your new man, The Rock, because I know The Rock better than anybody, and the way that that man operates, you claim that we were your master. Okay, we were your master, your puppeteer. We were the one holding the strings. But all you did was trade one puppeteer for another. And at least with us, you knew where you stand. At least with us, you understood exactly what the fuck you was getting. You don't know what the demon, you don't know what demon Rock gonna get you. But I can give you a hint. If you fail to get this motherfucking belt from Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, you might as well kiss your last 10 months in the WWE goodbye. The Rock is gonna make it as hellacious as he can. He is going to make sure that you are down in the dumps. He's gonna make sure that you don't get nowhere. He's gonna make sure that you don't get no traction. He's gonna cut you off, babe. Is what I'm telling you. So enjoy your little high horse while you still can. But to dive even further and deeper into this conversation, John Cena basically, made it very clear that he was tired of trying to please the masses and them not reciprocating. He said that this was an abusive relationship, to which I can give him some credit. John Cena has done some great things, and the WWE Universe has either said they were sick of seeing him or they booed him and told him that he sucked. Nobody does that to Roman. They give Roman all the love and admiration in the world, and he is overly pushed. The difference is Roman understood that he doesn't need to be on TV 24/7. Whereas with John Cena, he was on TV 24/7. I think if John Cena wasn't on TV as much as he was, he probably wouldn't have gotten the hella pushback that he got. The way that Roman was able to scale back his schedule to appear when he felt like it, or appear when it was important, when it was necessary, when it was needed. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it's supposed to be done when you're at the top of the mountain. Roman figured out how to take the playbook from John, but work it so that it worked in his favor. You, on the other hand, were so desperate to be out there, so grateful, so humble, as you put it, and you overstayed your welcome, essentially. You can't get mad at us because we was tired of seeing your cheese and grinning face. You can't get mad at us because you overstayed your welcome. Like, it's like being at your friend's house and you was only supposed to come visit for a week, but you end up staying for a whole month. And it's like, girl, you didn't say that. Like, you ain't tell me you was coming to stay in my house for a month, bitch. You said you was coming to see me for a week. I need my space back. I need my peace. I need you to go home, regroup, recalculate, and come back and be a better person. Or be different. You, on the other hand, spent 25 years peddling hustle, loyalty, and respect. And what really got me is that you stood your ass out there and was like, I ain't got nothing out the deal. Y'all got everything. Well, what the fuck did you give us? Let me count the ways, bitch. Mediocre matches. Mediocre WrestleMania moments. Like what you did with Undertaker a few years back. or when you went overseas to Saudi and you decided to debut a new move and it was just a punch? Is that what you mean by you gave us everything? I'm just trying to understand, Johnny boy. I really am. Because what I don't understand is why we, the fans, or we, specifically me, because I'm taking this personally, I don't understand why you blaming me for your failure when in reality, I've been having your back since day one. Been having your back. Loki still got your back. I'm standing here like, well, you do make some valid points. Some of the fans was giving you shit when you was trying to be your best. But if I'm calling a spade and being 100% honest, you have not given your best for 25 years. A lot of your shit was phoned in. A lot of your shit was last minute. It was like giving me the two ends of the bread and you making me a sandwich. You give me the butt ends of the bread. Bitch, I know you fucking lying. You come back, you don't even tan. You pop up and have a one-off match and your match is shitty. It's trash. You don't even make sure you get your shit back up, your stamina back up so you can wrestle. You just coming out there looking a mess. But you gave your all, right? For 25 years straight, you gave your all. You didn't phone nothing in. You made sure everybody was entertained. No, you did not. No, you did not. We're clocking T. Your match was solo, trash. Your match with Roman Reigns, trash. Huh? Huh? What? You've been giving up trash the last 5-6 years. It's been trash. Okay. Now, let's go to another place where you said, we're going to continue on to this place where you said you've been giving nothing but 25 years, been giving everything. I will tell you what, when it came to the Make-A-Wish kids, be it they're dead or alive right now, and this is no shade, I'm not even trying to be funny, you did give your all to them babies. I will tell you that. I will give you that. Them kids got all of you, all of your time. You made sure you answered every call, every Make-A-Wish, everybody. Even if you had a show to do, you would have them come to the show, let them have a good time, and you made their wishes come true. You did that. I will give you that. I will give you that. But let me tell you one motherfucking thing. Without these fans, you wouldn't have that damn jet you got. You wouldn't have them motherfucking houses all over the world that you got. You would not be doing Peacemaker. Your ass would not be in the Suicide Squad movies. Your ass would not be doing movies right now. You would be at home. Now, I'm finna say something. It's finna be real petty. Okay? Don't project your daddy issues off on us. Okay? You got issues with your father. That's your business. That's something you need to work out in therapy. Don't project that shit off on us. Don't do that. Because we ain't never turned our backs on you like that. Now, I don't know what you and your daddy got on, but you done alluded to a lot of shit in these interviews about how you and your daddy did not see eye to eye often. How y'all was always, y'all wasn't always on the same page about where you needed to be career-wise, school-wise, and all of that. Like, y'all did not always have the same ideas for your success. Okay? So don't project your bullshit off on us. Don't do that. Okay? Let's call a spade a motherfucking spade. Okay? Because like I said, the merchandise sales that you've been having didn't happen by osmosis. You're not making money from WWE by the hair on your chinny chin chin, bitch. It's not your face. All right? It's definitely the t-shirts, the sweatbands, the drawers, the socks, the belts, the hats, the t-shirts. It's definitely the mugs, the Funko Pops. Okay? You know it, I know it, we know it. Okay? We damn near done built your damn house for you, bitch. Okay? For you to sit up there and say some shit like that is batshit bonkers, crazy, deranged. The fuck? And since we breaking up, I'm cool with that. I got a new man anyway. My man came out here and told you, I don't know what the fuck this is. Cody said, I don't know what's going on right here. He said, but let me tell you something. The reason why the people gave you what they gave you is because they knew you were the one who could handle it. You could carry the load. But it's very clear that that was not true. And your ass is cracking under pressure. But he said, I ain't want to go up against this right here. I don't know what the fuck you turned yourself into, but this is not who I want to wrestle at Mania. I wanted to go up against John Cena. Okay, I wanted to go up against the multi-time champion. I want to go up against greatness. I don't want to go up against this whiny bitch. I was like, period. Period, Cody. Somebody need to tell you the truth, because the reality of the situation is the reason why people telling you suck is because of you. Not because of us. Because of you. It's not our fault you didn't expand on your moveset and make yourself a little bit more interesting to watch. That's not our fault, John. Okay? It's not our fault the quality of your matches started to decline the older you got. That's not our fault. It's not our fault that your ass should have retired 10 years ago. That's not our fault. So don't put that shit off on us. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? Now listen. Outside of kayfabe, how I felt about this particular promo is simple and plain. It's what's said and need to be done. Now, one thing I will critique is that John Cena, if you're gonna be a heel, then one thing about it, and two things for sure, you don't never let nobody bitch you out like that on national TV. Okay, the mere fact that Cody was able to come in there and only said what he needed to say in maybe 2 to 3 minutes, and it took you 25 to say what the fuck you said. And they was out there booing the shit out you, but they was singing Cody's song just as long as they was booing your ass. My nigga, let me tell you something. Ain't no way I'm finna stand in the middle of a motherfucking ring, and I'm a veteran 50 times over, and this motherfucker comes in here and tells me that I'm a whiny bitch, and I'm gonna let him walk away on his own 2 feet. You crazy. You're crazy. He would have been laying on the ground holding that same eye Travis Scott messed up, messing with me. And I'd have stepped over his ass like he wasn't shit. The fuck? You crazy. Fugazi. You feel me? That's wild. Not only did you not say nothing, you dropped the microphone and walked out and just was silent the whole time. Now, a lot of people gonna say there's power in silence, right? But in this case, no, it's not, baby. No, it's not. Especially when you are not doing anything to up the ante of your villainy. You're not doing nothing but blaming the fans like any typical slimy, bitchy little boy would do. You're a grown ass man. Grown ass man. Craziness. Anyway, he did exactly what I told y'all he was going to do. He turned on y'all, blamed everything on all of us, damn near cried doing it, child, and leaned into everything that everyone has ever said about him as a champion, as a man, as a WWE superstar. And every time he has rebuffed it and said the fans had the right to say and do whatever they want, that's how he really felt, was that he ain't like being booed. He didn't like that he had did everything for y'all and y'all still didn't care enough about him to respect what he brought to the table. He don't like that. And that's well within his right to not like it. And he like, y'all mad because I beat up y'all precious Cody Rhodes. Not really. I'm mad that you let Travis Scott do more damage than you could ever do. That's what I'm mad about. I'm mad that y'all let Travis Scott get the killing blow and all you got was a low blow and the foot on his head. And maybe a few punches with his daddy watch. That's pretty much it. And honestly, that don't mean shit to me. Sorry. But I will say that them resetting and starting over next week That's going to be interesting. Unless they let Cody come out first and then John Cena comes out and attacks him. I honestly do not want to see them going back and forth with promos. I really don't. I need them to rev this up. I don't need to rev up a lot. I just need to rev up enough. They were able to ramp up Tiffany and Charlotte's. They're ramping up Gunther and Jey Usos. They're ramping up for the triple threat between Roman, Seth, and CM Punk. And they're revving up between the triple threat between Rhea, Bianca, and Io, which I will get to in a minute. So they need to rev this up. Y'all cutting promos back and forth, and John Cena standing there looking like he about to cry and be mad at the same time. That's not going to cut it for the WWE Championship, at least for me. Now, if The Rock show up next week, that's fine. But even still, you standing there smiling with your evil grin, talking all this bullshit, don't mean nothing to me. It means absolutely nothing. Because we are literally about a week or two away from the first week of April. And then we'll have maybe 2 weeks left going into Mania. Mania is the 19th and the 20th of April, if I recall. So we don't have time for this. We don't. Y'all gonna have to do something to add some more bullshit to this story, because I need it to be more toothsome than that. You feel me? But let's move on to what else happened. We're gonna go through all the matches first, and then we'll go to the other stuff. All right. So, match wise. All right. So the matches on the card weren't bad, but the first match that we got was between Jey Uso and Austin Theory. Didn't even last 2 minutes. If it lasted a few seconds. Jey came in there, got Austin Theory together, and packaged him up. Got rid of Grayson Waller, packaged his ass up, and then Gunther came out there. Now, before Jey Uso even came down there, Gunther was on the attack already and was like, yeah, I talked to your brother. He just as dumb as you are. And Jey Uso was like, nigga, I'll whoop your ass. Like, he like, I had me doubting myself. You know, I'm upset. I'm mad at myself. I'm not going to let nobody doubt me no more. Like, this is it. I'm done. When I'm done with A-Town Down Under, when I'm finished with them, then I'm going to take Gunther's ass to Mania. I'm taking his championship, and there ain't nothing that fool could do about it. So, after the little hiccup match between Austin and Jey Uso, Gunther came down there trying to choke Jey Uso out again. Now, prior to this, Adam stick ass had the damn security down there at the gate, at the entrance for for Jey and for Gunther, right? But when Gunther came out there to attack him, no security was sent out there, which I thought was very, very interesting. Every time Gunther attacks Jey Uso, I don't never see them send security down there until he basically makes Jey Uso pass out. That is the only time they send security down there. Now, today, he never really got the chance to make Jey Uso pass out. Jey was able to get out of the headlock and proceeded to knock Gunther off of his rocker a little bit. He was able to take Gunther down and pick up his title, and Gunther was mad at the motherfucker. Okay, Gunther got showed up on his own little game. So, shit was going crazy, babes. Shit was going crazy. Now, the real first match we had, I believe, was a no-holds-barred match between Ludwig Kaiser and PENTA. Cero Miedo. Okay? I'm sorry, I had to say it. Anyway. I love that. I love it a lot. I think it's so cute. It's so cute. Anyways, so they had their no holds barred match. It was cute. There wasn't a lot going on in that match, but they had some really nice moments. Not gonna lie. Ludwig Kaiser ended up losing to PENTA. PENTA ended up picking up the win. And afterwards, Kathy went to PENTA and asked him what was his next step. What was he thinking about doing next? And PENTA was like, I'm going after that Intercontinental Championship. I don't care who champion. I'm coming after it. Excuse me if I'm yawning, y'all. I apologize. So, this was a sounding alarm to whoever was champion. And because tonight, the Intercontinental Championship was being defended by Braun Breaker against Finn Balor. That was a very loud alarm. Literally seconds after that, and let's go to prior. Prior to that, while I think they was looking at Dakota come down for her match, excuse me, you see Dom talking to Karrion. Now, if y'all are not paying attention to what's going on with Karrion Kross is like that devil that's sitting on everybody's shoulder. He's constantly in people's ear, twisting and shaping things to fit the narrative so that he can cause as much chaos as possible. However, nobody's clocking Karrion's tea. This is the reason why you see people like New Day turning on Big E and blaming Big E for their failures. This is why you see people like Sami Zayn crashing out because Karrion also got into his ear as well. This is why Karrion has been doing that for a while. He did it with Akira and them. He was in their ear talking shit to them. He's been doing it to pretty much everybody. Karrion got in Dom's ear, whispering back there, talking shit. And you see the girls, you see Liv and her tapians back there talking to Raquel because Raquel got a match next week against Lyra for the Intercontinental Championship, which I don't think Raquel gonna win because at some point they got to get them tag team titles on a roll as well. And I think that's probably gonna end up starting Friday, hopefully. If not, it'll start Monday because Raquel not getting that championship. If they get that title to Raquel, I'll be fucking shocked. Will I be mad? No, not necessarily. I don't really care enough to be mad about it. Sorry, Lyra girl, but I just don't care. So yeah, anyways, they gonna be going at it or whatever. And in the back, Judgment Day was talking, and of course you see Liv and her tape-ins, Cobra back there, and they talking, and that's when Finn comes in. Finn congratulates Liv and Raquel and was like, hey, you got a match on Friday with Jade Cargill and you're going to tear her up. And I'm like, yeah, you keep dreaming, bitch. The only reason why Jade Cargill probably going to lose that match is more than likely because of Naomi and whatever cronies she has, built up or gained. Any whoosies. Unless Jade actually beats Liv and everything goes over smooth. Which is possible. But we saw them talking, and of course Finn came in there. Finn was in there. Dom comes in, and he's like, "Hey, and he tells Finn. Finn tells Dom, he says, "Hey, Dom, appreciate you looking out for your brother like that. I appreciate you so much." And Dom is like, "You know what, Finn, is the perfect time to have a conversation." And Liv was like, "You know what, Dom? Like, maybe we should talk about this later." And Dom was like, "No, like, Finn is big bro. He gets it." She was like, okay, girl. For once, I agree with Liv. Like, you got to know when to play your cards and when to hold them. And you ain't learned that trick yet, which is really a telltale sign that you are not ready to be a leader of any kind. But anyways, he brings up the fact that they need to have another person in the group. Finn is not feeling that shit. And then he decides that he wants to bring PENTA into the group. And Finn is like, so you want to bring in the dude who just declared that he wanted to have my Intercontinental Championship, which sidebar, he ain't had the title yet, but he had already, I guess he manifested that he was going to be champion. Girl, I don't know. And he basically was like, this is what I'm talking about. He like, Dom, you're a snake. I was like, oh, not you a snake, honey. Liv and Cobra back was nowhere to be found. They left and left him to his own devices. I'm like, ooh, child, this is nasty. I think y'all are stringing Judgment Day along just a little bit too much for me. And when JD comes back, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be very interested in how this is all going to play out. But whatever, whatever makes y'all happy. Anyway, we got a match with Dakota and Ivy Nile. This match didn't go off like it was supposed to. Ivy and Dakota was wrestling. The Creed brothers was out there. Then it took Chad Gable a while to come out there. He didn't come out there with them like they usually do. He came afterwards, which was very suspicious. Then LWO came out there. and attacked the Creed brothers, and then went after Chad. And that was because in the last match they had, Chad went after them for whatever reason. I didn't understand why he came back and went after them, but I guess because he's been getting beat. But like, I feel like you could have went after PENTA. PENTA's the last one to beat you, if I recall. Ray ain't had nothing to do with you since your ass came on the roster. Like, fuck going on around here? But anyways, they chased him out the arena, so to speak, and then they set up a match between the Creed brothers and LWO. This led to Chad Gable coming in there with his American-made mask on, attacking them, and then running out the ring like he's some type of vigilante. Whatever. I'm sick of the bullshit. With Chad Gable, we know it's you. You and that big ass forehead of yours. Your head is uniquely shaped, bitch. We know it's you. You standing in there looking like a little 2-year-old, mouth open all the time. Your stance is the same, body shape is the same. Child, we know it's you. Just because you changed your clothes don't mean nothing. You literally wore what you would normally wear if you was having your ring gear underneath it. Like, go to hell, Chad Gable. Go to hell. Finally, the last match that we saw on the show, if I can recall, was between the Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker and Finn Balor. Not a bad match at all. Fairly decent. Both men fought hard, even though there was some interference from Judgment Day. Judgment Day actually ended up costing Finn the match. They provided the distraction with the ref, and then Dom accidentally pushed Finn or helped him fall on the turnbuckle, which causes balls to get injured. This led to a win by Braun Breaker, to which they jumped Braun, and there was some help that came out there. Penta ended up coming out there and taking care of the rest of Judgment Day, and then he grabbed the title, and it showcased the two of them ready to battle it out at possibly at WrestleMania, which I think they will fight at WrestleMania. And I think those are all the matches that happened on the card. I don't think there were any other matches because Cena and Cody took up a hell of a lot of time. So I don't think there were any other matches on the card. All right, let's chit chat about the rest of the show. Bianca and Io had a sit-down contract signing, and Io Sky made it very clear, I'm not going to let you or that black lip bitch you call Rhea Ripley disrespect me anymore. I am your women's world champion, and after WrestleMania, I'm still going to be your women's world champion. And she signed a contract. Bianca said, Io girl, I got nothing but respect for you. And you know this. Okay? And she said, you know what? I'm going to let last week pass because I low-key brought that on myself because I did what I did and I shouldn't have did that. But if you think I'm going to let you put your hands on me and get away with it, you don't know me at all. You got another thing coming, bitch. And she was like, come WrestleMania, I am going to prove that not only am I the EST of WWE, I'm going to be your new world champion, your new women's world champion. And I'm going to beat you to do it. And she signed the contract. The two girls signed it. They looked like they was finna have their little back and forth where she holding the title and Bianca telling her, girl, just wait. Girl, just wait. And that's when Rhea Ripley came out there. She said, girl, I just came out here to give you the same courtesy that you gave me because there was no reason for you to be out there doing my contract signing. She said, when I was out there getting ready to have my match and doing my thing, there was no reason for you to be out there. You could have watched it from the back, but you decided to bring your ass out there in all your best. So I decided to come out here and watch. And she was like, Rhea, you know what? You always in my business. Like, your ass need to back the fuck up. And then Io walked around there, got in the middle of it, and Bianca mushed her in the face again, child. And the girls got active. They got active, honey. Rhea headbutted the shit out of Bianca. Okay? Pushed her onto the chair, I think to the table. I think Io might have did it. Io got headbutted, I believe. I can't remember. It was a lot going on. It was chaos, okay? But one of them, somebody hit somebody, and the other one hit the other one, and it was enough to where Rhea was the one still standing. Rhea took out both of them. The table was so goddamn sturdy. Bianca took all of EO falling on her, took all of it. You hear me? Bianca took all of EO falling on her innards. She took all of it. All right? Now listen. Listen. All right. She walked away, grabbed the damn contract, and signed it. They got in the back, they got to arguing, and Adam said, "You are not in this match." She said, "It's a legal document. My name is on here. I'm a part of this match now, too." Adam said, "Rhea Ripley, give me the damn contract." She was like, "You can have the contract. Contract is what it is. I'm in this match." So Bianca came out there and was like, "What the fuck was that?" You know what I'm saying? She was like, "How dare you?" And she pushed her. They got to fighting. Bianca was beating her down. EO pushed Bianca out the way. Okay? Pushed Bianca out the way. And then she grabs EO and said, "EO, she's mine." She's standing there arguing with her. "She's my girl." Fuck all of that. You should have been whooping ass because that's what gave Rhea the moment to get in. Took out her, took out EO again, laid all of them hoes out. Adam said, "Get out of here. Everybody needs to be separated. Everybody needs to get out of here." She was like, "Don't touch me. I'm in this match. My name is on that list." Now, I know what's going to happen. Next week, Bianca wants a match with Rhea, and she going to tell Adam, she said, "You know what? Put the bitch in there. I don't give a fuck if you put her in there or not. I want both of them hoes at WrestleMania." It's either going to be her or EO. EO going to be like, "Fuck this. Triple threat at WrestleMania, bitch." That's how it's going to go down. I'm telling y'all, that triple threat is happening. It definitely is. It definitely is, honey. Now, we also got a little mini promo from AJ Styles because he was on the Raw podcast last week talking about Logan Paul. And of course, Kathy was like, "Did you mean what you said? Did you take that back?" He said, "No, Logan Paul doesn't belong. He knows he doesn't." And that's when Karrion came up with his frizzy roots and shitty flat iron tracks in his head. And he basically was like, "Well, Logan Paul's not lying. You know, Logan Paul did come in and, you know, do everything that you've ever wanted to do since you were a little kid. He did that in a span of a couple years." So let me clarify a few things when it comes to Logan Paul. No, that's not true at all. That is a lie. It's a highly fabricated lie with partial truths. And I think that's where people seem to forget that the devil never really tells the truth. The devil tells you what he needs you to hear to take you off your game. The problem is people are not truly listening. They are so angry that Karrion is even talking to them in the first place that he's able to get underneath their skin. No, Logan Paul wasn't able to come in and do what everybody else has been trying to do. If we're going by that logic, then Karrion Kross also is included because just like anybody else, the dream was to come to WWE. That means that Logan Paul is a better wrestler than you as well. And I don't think you believe that. Like, no one is saying that Logan Paul is devoid of talent. The reality is Logan Paul cannot do what y'all do on a consistent basis. Why? Because he's not doing it. He's not doing it. He is not a full-time wrestler. A full-time wrestler shows up, honey. They're here. They're wrestling. Logan Paul shows up on a Roman schedule. And if we're being fair, he hasn't earned it. He hasn't earned it. He paid his way to a Roman schedule. There is a staunch difference, a very big difference. And to say that he belongs simply because he's good at something, okay, well, a lot of people can play basketball and they're good at it. Does that mean they belong to play in the NBA? A lot of people, like, y'all talk about the celebrity basketball game a lot. A lot of people play in a celebrity basketball game and look absolutely great playing basketball. Do great. But does that mean that they can play or compete with the elite of the elite on their schedule, the way that they play basketball during their seasons? No, it doesn't. But if you make provisions for them to be able to compete at their pace, at their level, with no restrictions, then they'll be able to compete and look like everybody else. When in reality, they are mediocre and all they're good at is running their mouth and being able to keep up. There is a difference. Okay? I'm sorry if that's your fave. I'm sorry. but your fave isn't as good as he thinks he is. He would burn out within 2 weeks of doing the WWE schedule. Not only that, but as a champion, he would die. Because there's no way. You are not going to be able to do 2 shows. Cody's more than likely going to be wrestling on Friday against The Miz. Probably. So not only did Cody Rhodes come off of last week being in Barcelona, he had to fly to Belgium and be there by Monday, which is not that far, but I'm just saying, you're on the plane. Like, you're dog tired. Not only that, but you have meet and greets in between there. You have Make-A-Wish shit that you probably have to do. You've got TV shows you got to do during the day to promote Raw, to promote the stuff between you and Cena. That probably was happening on local TV in Brussels. You know what I'm saying? He got to do all of that, still show up to Monday Night Raw, cut the promo he cut on John, leave, prepare for whatever live house shows they have on their European tour, get those shows knocked out, possibly do some more media and press work, then prepare for whatever match he have on Friday, and whatever beatdown he get on Friday, okay? Turn around, probably got another live house show in between there, and prepare for Monday when they go to, where are they supposed to be at Monday? London? I can't remember. Wherever they're supposed to be Monday, you got to prepare for that. The schedule for the champion is crazy. The champion schedules for the men and the women is nuts. There's no rest for them. He never had to do any of that shit. He didn't have to do none of that shit. He didn't even do the bare minimum as a WWE superstar, which is wrestle the live and house shows and be on TV. He was never there. He showed up when he wanted to, when he felt like it. So no, he isn't doing it better than all of us or than all of you, and he isn't better at it than all of us because he was able to buy his way into the WWE. That's like saying Donald Trump is a better president. I'm not going to go there, but y'all know what I'm saying. Like, some of y'all are real delusional out here in these streets, and I really need y'all to pull yourselves together to understand the nuance of the situation. Like I said, the devil have a lot of conversations. The devil knows a lot of things, but one thing the devil does not do is tell the truth. Karrion Kross is manipulating y'all, and y'all are liking it because it's cool, it's cute for the moment. The reality is the man is manipulating the situation because he ain't got nothing else going on. He don't have nothing else going on. He ain't got no matches. He ain't got no feuds. Nobody is man enough to stand up to the fool or knock his ass out before he starts talking shit other than the Wyatt Six. So here we are, stuck in this endless cycle of bullshit because y'all is too motherfucking pussy to tell this nigga to shut the fuck up. Or let him talk and be like, you know what, Karrion, you right. But there's one thing that you forgot. Just because you flat iron your hair like mine, by the way, you did a shitty job of that, and you like to try to tell half-truths, doesn't mean that you've changed the course of anything. Mainly because these things were already in motion to happen, and you're just adding fuel to the fire. But I will tell you what, when I'm done taking care of Logan Paul, you will be my next lesson. The lesson is to mind your motherfucking business. You and your bitch. Ain't nobody clocked that nigga yet. And that's your fault for letting them run around like a little gnat to every situation. Flies do that. They got all types of diseases and everything else. They regurgitate bullshit, which is exactly what fucking Karrion been doing these last few months. And y'all been letting them. I hope y'all enjoy y'all fly throw up. That's how I feel about that. Enjoy your fly throw up. Okay? We're moving on. Final part of the show. They re-showed everything that happened last week with the steel cage, Roman Reigns, Seth, and CM Punk. Now, Seth freaking Rollins said that he was not mad at Roman Reigns for getting his revenge because he would have did the same thing. What he was pissed about was that he didn't let him shine the way he should have because he forgot one little key factor in his plan. That's why he always needed the architect to make the plans and show him the contingency, the plan B, and the plan C. Okay? Because he forgot There was one flaw in his little get back scheme, and that was CM Punk. You see, he got distracted by me and left CM Punk in the ring, and Lil Pauline coming there comforting and holding him. It's gonna be okay. We got your back. And that's not true. He ended up suffering for his troubles. Now, he said, I heard from a little birdie that CM Punk and Roman Reigns are going to be on SmackDown this Friday. And you know what? Why would I, being the visionary, the revolutionary, why would I just let them have all the fun? That's not right. I like being crazy, deranged too. Okay? I want to go have a little conversation with Roman. I want to have a little talk-see with the tribal chief. And that's what the fuck I'm going to do. So after I get done with this, since y'all have graced me so nicely and pleasantly with my song, I'm going to take my ass over there to SmackDown this Friday. And I want to hear what the tribal chief got to say. And then we going to have a little conversation. Now, whether that's physical or, verbal, it's totally up to the tribal chief. Now, to be fair to Seth freaking Rollins, he had two options here. He could have very easily won that match with him and CM Punk. You know why? Because after he super curve stomped that nigga, what did he do? His ass was laying in the corner of the ring where the door was open at. You left yourself vulnerable. You a damn fool if you thought that Roman was not going to come after that ass. You stupid. So number one, kill yourself. You did that to yourself. You did that to yourself. That was your bullshit. Number two, capitalize on a moment, bitch. You was right there. Why didn't you go ahead and pin him 1, 2, 3? Now, if Roman had pulled you out and packed you out like I thought he was going to pack you out, then that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no issues with that because you did what the fuck you were supposed to. You kept your eyes on the prize. But see, you was too emotional. Your biggest issue is you don't know how to control your emotions. You wear your heart on your sleeve. So people like Roman and CM Punk can get underneath your skin because you're emotional. And the reason why you and Roman really don't be setting horses with each other is because y'all two peas in the same pie. You created this monster. This is your creation, right? You never really killed him. You never really took him down. You just let him exist as long as he ain't taking nothing away from you. You don't have no problems with it. But as soon as you feel threatened by his mere presence, then you got to do something about it. Because Roman been existing this way for years, and you've done nothing to stop it. You never came in to turn it down. The only reason why you helped Cody last year was because he had a lot more power than he did when he was running around here as champion. And because you no longer had a championship, and that didn't give you no more power. The only reason why you helped him was because you didn't want Roman to get any bigger than he did. And once The Rock appeared and made it look like he was the big guy, that's when you decided, okay, I got to take this motherfucker out. Well, you could have been going after Roman. You could have been taking him out. But you chose not to. So let's just call a spade a motherfucking spade. Okay? Now, Friday is going to be a very interesting show. Naomi is probably going to pop up at some point because Jade Cargill is facing off against Big Mouth Ass Liv. Okay? Now, Friday also is the return of the Tribal Chief. Now, Friday SmackDown is Roman's show. Okay? Now, they got two options here because Fridays are 3 hours. Okay? They can have Roman open up the show or they can do it in the middle, which would make people watch the show. And then they can kind of leave Cody for the end. You know what I'm saying? Make it so it's spaced out a little bit more. Give Jade Cargill the first hour. You know what I'm saying? Let them fight that out. And then give the Street Profits and Jade Cargill that first hour. Let them have that. And then, excuse me, baby. And then you go into Roman and Seth and them. Then you go into Cody. Promise you it'll work. Promise you. But that is y'all recap for Monday Night Raw. It was a lot going on, but it wasn't a lot. Like, it was a very smooth, quick show. The only thing I hated was that promo that John Cena cut because it was long and very, very unnecessary. But like I said, for you to be breaking up with somebody that's not with you is crazy. That's crazy. Anywhoosies, I will make sure I do a full recap of NXT. All right, because NXT is coming on tomorrow, and that match with Eddie Thorpe, I need to see Eddie Thorpe get his ass whooped for all his troubles. I need to see that. So hopefully we'll have some good things going on. Besides, Stephanie is a double champion, and I'm sure Fallon's ass is gonna be hollering and screaming somewhere about getting her opportunities. I deserve. Okay, Mama D. Okay. Anywhoosies, y'all be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. I will see y'all in my next one. Thank you so much for listening to me holla and scream today on my pre-produced video. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.